Why not? Can. Why not? Can. We negotiated with Ukraine in Istanbul. We agreed. He was aware of this. Moreover, the negotiation group leader, Mr. Arkamia is his last name, I believe still heads the faction of the ruling party. In the he still heads the presidential faction in the Rada, the country's parliament. He still sits there. He even put his preliminary signature on the document, I'm telling you. But then he publicly stated to the whole world, we were ready to sign this document, but Mr. Johnson, then the Prime Minister of Great Britain, came and dissuaded us from doing this, saying it was better to play Russia.
All true. So, what we have here is Tucker Carlson's interview that is turning the world inside out, so they say. This is inside Russia. It's going on right now. Okay, this guy is a Vladimir Zelensky sympathizer. He's from Russia, this guy inside Russia, and he does not like Putin. So he's giving his synopsis from inside Russia. Okay, and then you have the other side, and then you have Russia on fire, right? So, let me see. Quickly go to that. Just lucky, bear with me. So, Shalom. Let's see, Russia on fire. Where's that? Right here. Breaking, Moscow burns. Okay, so at the same time this is going on, you got Russia on fire. Let's get that real quick so I can get it.
Our president.
Okay, so let's go. See how he's got the fire in the back. Let's see what is breaking line is here. So okay. Just beyond that.
Moscow continues to burn on a daily basis. Its residences, commercial facilities, industrial facilities, military bases, nuclear bases, oil and gas continue to be sabotaged day after day by NATO-backed forces operating there.
Okay. And I just wanted to play that. Now let's get some precepts. Let me say Shalom. Call halal, Yahal Bashim Yahushua, Bashim HaKadosh. Double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, GMS, including the elders that came before them and taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the Aquat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, the 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel, on the brother Yashawan. All right, so, yeah, this fire, Moscow burns, right? This situation with Tucker Carlson. See, we can't get rid of Tucker, right? I just did a video dealing with Tucker, dealing with what's his name, Gonzalo Lira, right? Remember him, the guy that they killed for doing what Tucker's doing right now? Remember they killed Lira for doing? Okay. So that's something to keep an eye on for that matter. All right. Clearly, Moscow is on fire.
Clear. And the fact is that the main postulates, the main values are very similar, not to say the same in all.
Now, what's so big about this? Okay. Could it be that telling the truth? Let's get a couple of precepts. So the first one is what? Oh, what will I? Yeah? What will I? We come back. He's still a devil. He's still a devil. What will I, if it be already kindled? If what be already kindled? All right. Luke 12:49. I, Yahushua, am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I, if it be already kindled? Oh, and how I wish it were already kindled. And I wish it were already burning. This is what Yahushua said. Luke 12:49. Where's the Berean? Show read 49. Right here. Who's speaking? Not peace, but division. I, Yahushua, have come to ignite a fire on the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled. It were already burning. And how I wish it were already set ablaze. Well, he must be close. How do we make that determination? Okay.
Back forces, I mean Ukrainian and partisan saboteurs. This is a civil war in Russia, as Putin said today, and NATO is getting very, very desperate.
A civil war in Russia. That's part of Russia. And they're just having a family feud. And what is NATO doing over there? When America was having a little family feud over here and they put missiles in Cuba in the 60s, remember that? That wasn't funny at all. So anyway, Yahushua is close. Why? Look what's going on here. This isn't even the South China Sea. This isn't even Korea. All right? This isn't even the Valley of Yahushua or the Middle East. Jehoshaphat. This is something. This is crazy. What's worse, the Middle East or Eastern Europe right now? Okay? So they didn't want this interview coming out at all. Why? Because he's going to tell the truth, right? So right now, what are we watching? We're watching backbiting. What is it, Deuteronomy 30, right? Let's go there. Why are we seeing this backbiting? What is it, 30 and what? Need the KJV. All these curses, right? 7. It's the book of Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Start at 6. And the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart, talking to Jacob, Israel, and the heart of thy seed to love the Lord thy power with all thine heart and with all thine soul, that thou mayest live. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay? What curses? Thine eye shall be evil, right? Toward his brother. Evil eye shall be evil toward his brother. Why are they fighting each other? Why is Vlad fighting against his brother? Because we're watching the curses come on them. 28 and 50, Deuteronomy 28:54. This is what's happening to Esau. These are the curses. Why is black on black crime? This is black on black crime right here. Because the curses are on us. But now they're being shifted to our enemy. So that the man that is tender among you, Deuteronomy 28:54, and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Okay, single parent families. All right? You got no problem walking out. Eve is pointing toward the door so she can get paid. He ain't got no problem leaving. All right, so anyway, here's brother against brother right here. His eye shall be evil toward his brother. So when you go back here, why is Vlad fighting against his brother? Because of the curses. Let's get the curses. Deuteronomy 30. Let's get it again, 30 and 7. He's fighting his brother. Why? Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord, thy power, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee. Who's that? Which persecuted thee. Wait a minute. Who are your enemies? Jacob. Okay. Who are your enemies and who hates you? Well, let's get a hit list here. Who hates you? Uh-oh. For lo, thine enemies, Psalm 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemy. Whose enemy? Oh, God, the Most High. For lo, your enemies, God, make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up. Who hates the Most High? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, Israel, and consulted against thy hidden ones, and have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So hate thee, enemies. Who? Start at 6. The tabernacles of Edom. Who are your enemies? Start at the top. Who is the head tribe of Edom? Well, that would be, remember what Amalek did to you. Remember what Amalek did to you. These are your enemies. Start at the top. Amalek. The Edomites, starting with Amalek, right, are your enemies. The Ishmaelites, the Moabites, the Hagrids. Who are they today? The so-called white men. The Arabs, the Chinese, the Hamites, Africans, okay, Japanese, so-called JOOs. Who's that? It's not that. Palestinians are Hamites. Okay. So we understand who our enemies are, but why are these guys fighting? Because the curses are coming upon them. All right. Why is Tucker Carlson going to the enemy, supposed enemy, right? And what's the problem there with America? Okay, this guy's happy to live in America because he escaped Russia or whatever. But that's the same family. That's Family Feud too. All right. So why is America mad with Vlad? Because he telleth the truth. Because he's telling the truth. He's speaking. How dare you talk, Tucker Carlson? And Tucker, how dare you? What are we going to do with you? What's going on here? Somebody tell him the truth? Galatians 4 and 6. Salt talks. Remember salt? Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? That's what Vlad is saying. So have I become your enemy speaking truth to you? Salt. Who remembers salt? Texas. That's on YouTube. Biden. Let's go to Market Watch. Remember this. You gotta be my age. Salt talks. What are the salt talks? Strategic arms limitation talks. Okay? There was SALT 2. Why did SALT 2 fail? SALT 1 and 2. So, let's see. I want images. SALT 2. SALT 2. And I want some images from SALT 2. 2 missiles. Where they at? They changed it all. Look at this. SALT talks 2. See if that changes it. Wow, they're hiding it. Remember SALT? Look at SALT. They ain't salting right now. They want the salt of the earth. Where the old SALT 2? SALT. Let's see. Let's see if this will change anything. Because it was a big thing back in the day. So let's see. It doesn't do anything. Put a SALT 2, and now they're hiding it. There should be so many. Wow. Yeah. SALT 2 missiles. Yeah, this is crazy. It should be saturated with missiles. SALT 2 missiles. Come on, SALT. They ain't showing nothing. They should have a big old SALT with 2 missiles at the end, signifying 2. All I see is things being covered up and hidden. SALT was just famous. SALT 2 propaganda. It all just went away. Come on. Come on, there's no SALT propaganda. And then SALT treaty. Image. Nothing. This is bad. Come on. They act as though this never happened. It's just bad. Salakia for spending this time. Wow, it's just bad. Yellow cake. Okay, so I'll just have to pick one. This is so poor. Very poor situation. So let's go back to this guy. All right. Because there's just so much going on. Right? What are they hiding? Right? The only thing that they can be hiding on a mass event is them bringing in the NWO, which they have to get the infrastructure built so that they can force everybody into the hour of temptation. Okay? That's the only thing that this can be.
The reason why you haven't heard about any of this stuff that I talk about on a daily basis is the same reason why they try to suppress the Tucker Carlson interview with Vladimir Putin. Now, I don't particularly agree with everything that either of those individuals say, but I will say there is a concerted effort to take attention away from that very thing, and it's a sign that NATO is incredibly desperate. They're desperate, and they're going to do some crazy shit to take attention away from it. When I look at the people who are running the American, no offense to my American friends, I understand we're all being held hostage by the same people. When I think of like the Nancy Pelosi's and the Hillary Clintons and just the compared to a person who's so willing to go into so much depth and give you this historical breakdown and analysis like Vladimir Putin does, can you imagine any of our politicians going that deep? I mean, we are so shallow here in the West, and our expectations are so low for our leaders. We are the laughing stock of the world, okay? The laughing stock of the world. And I'm very concerned that they're about to do something very, very desperate, because understand there's a reason why we are at war with Russia.
And what is that reason? Okay. Why are two white superpowers against each other? Okay, here's the question. Because they're fighting over who's going to control the New World Order. They're all for the New World Order, but Russia's like this, oh, well, wait. I thought we agreed that I had a stake, right, at this table. And they're playing him out. He's mad. He's like this, no, we're not going to do it that way. So now the whole thing is in question. And what is it dealing with? It's dealing with those missiles, right? When you bring missiles in, it's a whole different situation. Okay? This is about those missiles. This is about war. What was SALT about? Right? It was about missiles. Okay? What is going to burn? How's the world as we know it going to be put down? Missiles. Fire. Okay? So this is why this is so important. All right? Why don't people want this interview to be noised abroad? Well, because we're dealing with the truth of the matter. What is the truth of the matter? Well, they're fighting at the very top because Esau is not playing fair, which they don't do. And somebody's crying and they're fighting about it from the top. So it's causing a rift in their plans to bring in this microchip and try to control all the people. Okay? So now you got to go, Vlad. Since you're not playing ball, you got to go. And da-da-da-da. So this is what we're watching. This is the fire before the fire. The kindling before the fire. All right?
And there is a reason why we're giving them so much money. It's, yes, war is a racket. We can all agree on that. But it's also, whether you like it or not, this is the mechanism through which the American empire has expanded. And there is no reverse gear, okay? We can't just become a nation that has ruled now through compromises. It will be seen as a sign of weakness, and it very much might evoke a predatorial instinct on our opponents, because maybe if we had built an empire on those principles in the first place, then people would respect it. But now they'll see it as a sign of weakness, and people want to get revenge against us. And they will. So we got to keep going until the bitter end, which is fast approaching. So, in order to keep China down, you have to keep the one who is empowering China down. And by empowering, I mean fueling them with cheap energy. And that is the Russians, and will be increasingly more so the case in the future. So, if you can take down Russia in a civil war, which according to Putin, this war with Ukraine,
If you are not,
It's not going to happen. All right, so we're going to cut to the chase. Show you what is going to happen. Okay. America really doesn't have a chance because they're planning your demise. And shall earn her. Come on. Okay, here we are. Revelation 17 and 16. 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Now we're seeing the beginning of that right now. But the Most High hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the word of the Most High shall be fulfilled. The woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, which is Babylon the Great. So, yeah, the fire's coming no matter what you say. All right. Yes, it has been already kindled, but there's a reason for all of it. What we're watching is the Most High's movie. He's going to fulfill his will, but he's got to, sow that seed, in Pharaoh's heart. Right? He's got to harden Pharaoh's heart, make these kings do what he wants them to do to fulfill his will. And that's what we're watching. So with that, we'll go ahead and close. Just keep your eye on things.